Hey everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. Long time no see, huh? So yeah. So we were covering the Ministry of Education, and this is the last lecture on Ministry of Education. Then we'll move ahead with the next ministry. So the last program that I have chose to teach under this Ministry of Education, it is Pradhan Mantri E-Vidya program. And why so? Because see, this program, it was mentioned in the Union Budget of 2022-2023 recently, and in fact there are some changes that have been done under this particular program, and that is why it becomes important from any examination point of view, whichever you are preparing for. So we are covering Ministry of Education, and before starting to a new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. So we'll start with the basic things. See, first of all, let's understand about this E-Vidya. See, E-Vidya, that is electronic Vidya. Similar to email, that is electronic mail. So initially we used to give letters, then we moved to the online platform and we started giving these letters electronically and hence email. Similarly, we used to teach offline in schools, and now we have shifted to the electronic platform. That is why E-Vidya, Vidya means education. So we'll study about this more in detail one by one. We'll start with the basic things. So the launch year of this particular program, it is 2020, that is during the pandemic only. And who are the beneficiaries who will be benefited? So see, students from school, from universities, you can say universities, from colleges, so all the students who belong to whichever level, everybody would be benefited under the PM E-Vidya program. All right, so what is the aim of this particular? So that is the aim, it is to have access to digital or online learning as well as teaching material. So not only the students, because see, what happened during pandemic, all the schools, they shut down suddenly, all the universities, colleges. In fact, whatever teaching material the teachers they had, they were in school. So nothing is left with the teacher as well as students in the home. So that is why herein this electronic platform was created, and herein the students, they will get this online learning, while the teachers, they will have the study material intact in the online platform, whatever they want to teach, so that it is ease for the teacher as well as the student to study. The objective of this program, it is to have education to students. So basically the education of students should not suffer during the pandemic, especially. So we can say the continuity of education is the main objective of this particular program. All right, so herein the aim and objective, I hope it is pretty much clear. Now let's move ahead to the key features, and in this and after that we will understand whatever the modifications that have been done under the union budget, or whatever the modifications have been proposed under it. So see, the first key feature of PM E-Vidya, it is 12 E-Vidya DTH TV channels. First of all, let's understand DTH, that is direct to home. All right, so see, to understand this, there is one more term, one more initiative that you have to understand, that is Swayam Prabha. So this Swayam Prabha, it is an initiative that was launched by the central government back in 2017. So what happens in this? There are, see, in the television there are private channels, and there are also some channels wherein those are free by the central government, right? So this, under this Swayam Prabha initiative, many such channels were created which provided education, be it of commerce, science, arts, or anything. So this Swayam Prabha, it used to take care of that. Now during pandemic, what happened? Many of the children or the areas, there is no access to internet in there, right? So what is the now common platform, or the most common, you can say, platform that was now left for the teachers and the students to get interacted? That was the television. Therein you do not need any internet connection or other such network issues, right? So herein, that is why 12 e-Vidya DTH channels were created. And why 12? Let's see the sub points and we'll understand better. 12 because for the class 1st to 12th. So 12 channels for every class. So that is one nation. There is one class and one television scheme or the vision that has been envisaged by the central government. And herein for class 1 to 12, each class one particular channel wherein you can watch the study material and watch the videos and then you can study. Next is now these curriculums, they are based on the content that is developed by NCERT. So basically whatever, because NCERT is something that is common in most of the areas and the schools, right? The study material that is made by NCERT. So that is why agencies such as CBSE, KVS, NIOS, Rotary, these are the various agencies that implement the NCERT curriculum. So they created the material, they created the videos, and then these were on aired on these eVidya channels. Now these channels, they were both in Hindi and English medium. So the video content that was delivered both in Hindi and English, and all the video content, they were superimposed with QR code. So what does it mean? So in every video also, channel, they would be in every video there would be a QR code and you can scan that and you can study more about it. Now where to scan? So see, that would be scanned on the Diksha platform, Diksha app. Now this Diksha app I have already taught you. So if you haven't watched the video yet, you can find the link in the description box. So Diksha now only, it is not just left for the teachers but also for students who can study anything by scanning the QR code. Now what's the catch? In this union budget, it is said that it was proposed that these 12 eVidya channels, now they would be extended and now would be 200 in number. So this 12 now would become 200 channels and there would be a lot of study material that is related to education that would be present in such channels. So one catch is this. Another is now there would be channels and videos that would also be in the regional language so that the kids or the students who live in the backward areas, or you can say tribal areas who do not understand Hindi or either Hindi or English, they can learn in their regional languages. So these two important changes that have been made under this union budget regarding to this particular program. The next key feature is the Diksha platform or Diksha app that we have already discussed initially also, and herein we have connected this to first one also. In this app there is a lot of material that is present for the teachers as well and as well as for the students, and they can scan the QR codes also for the better understanding of a particular topic. Aim of Diksha, that is one nation, one digital platform. Next is Shiksha Vani. So you must have heard of Akashvani, right? So that is the radio, All India radio channel. So similarly, Shiksha Vani, Vani means voice. So with the help of radio or other such communication, for example CBSE podcast, the aim under this particular program is to impart the education by the electronic medium. So right, so that is the Shiksha Vani. Next important feature is special e-content for visually and hearing impaired. So not only the students who attend the regular classes, but some of the special students who are visually or hearing impaired, they are also been considered for the eVidya, and there have been two platforms that have been made. One is the DAISY and its full form is Digitally Accessible Information System, that is for the visually and hearing impaired students, and also sign language on NIOS website or YouTube. So for the sign language, because in sign language also students study, so to have the regular classes, so YouTube channels and NIOS websites, there are new material that has been added. Next important key feature is the top 100 universities were permitted to automatically start online courses. So what does it mean? Because everything shut down immediately and there were first no clarity of how to take classes. This online classes, it occurred after some time, right? So what happened? The government, they proposed this idea that all the top 100 universities that exist here in India, they can start their own online course, and they can if they are ask permission from the central government to launch this online course, that would be given to them, right? So that was one of the key features. So next is, it is said that nearly 25 crore school going children that would be benefited under the program. And one more important feature, that is of the Skype call. So what does it mean? Because see, in this TV channel what is happening, teacher just teaching and the students, they are just listening to it. But what if they have some doubts? For that case, under this e-Vidya program, there are also some Skype calls that would be conducted by the experts, and through which the students, they can clear their doubts in the live session. So that would be taken care under this. Now this is what the union budget said about this particular program. So what happened? So there is 2-3 things, that is budget of 1 lakh for this particular program, and then expansion of 200 channels from current 12, and also one more thing that you need to add, that is about the content in the regional languages also. All right, so these are the major changes that have been done under this modification, I would say, not changes, under this particular program. So this is what the static and current affair of this particular scheme is. Now let's move ahead to the quick revision of it. So see, the launch year of e-Vidya, it is 2020, and the aim, it is to have access to online learning and teaching material. Objective here was to take care of the students, that they do not suffer, their education does not suffer under this particular pandemic, and they have this continuity of education. Beneficiaries here are all the students, be it of schools, colleges, universities. Key features are e-Vidya DTH TV channel 12, it is there. Now in this particular union budget, 200 has been said to be made. Now if asked in examination, so if you are getting confused that if in examination you have two choices, 12 or 200, what are you going to select or choose, right? So see, the examiner, he is not so cruel that he will give you 2 options of 12 and 200 in separate. He would either give you 12 or he would give you 200. So then you can tick or you can choose accordingly. All right. Next is Diksha portal. We understood its importance. It has a lot of study material both for teachers and students, and you can scan the QR code from the videos and in fact from the books also, and then it would lead you to the more information in Diksha portal. Next is Shiksha Vani, that is to use of radio for the imparting of education and also of the CBSE podcast. Then we have top 100 universities. They were given this liberty to make an online course and permitted to do so. Next is Skype calls by the experts to clear the doubts. Next is 25 crore school going children will be benefited, and specially content there was for the visually and hearing impaired children. We learned about Daisy, and then we also looked at for the sign language, there were YouTube channels that were made. Now these are the toppers of the last session. So Kiran said the right answer. I asked about the teacher pupil ratio, and according to RT Act, Kiran says 30:1 is for till class 5th, and for 6 to 8 it is 35:1. Very good. And then Devashish, okay, so he asked about that now this economic survey and budget that has been released, and in fact in budget there were many programs and schemes. There were modification in it, and there were other mentions. So you tell me, you comment down and you tell me if you want me to cover the next ministry first after the revision of this ministry, of course, or shall I just go through once all the schemes that have been mentioned in this budget before your examination. All right, so you tell me. And Janani, it's partially correct because you gave me the definition, but I wanted that ratio. And Shivam, he also said the correct answer for lower primary, he said 30:1, and upper primary he says 35:1. Very good. Aim, welcome. Manoj, you also gave the partial answer. The answer should be the ratio. Then Himanshu, yeah, I hope, I know I was off for a while, so I'm back, and we are going to continue all the sessions until your examinations come. Next is Raj Rao, and yeah, that's 30:1 for lower primary. That's the correct answer. And then I hope Devashish, your query has been solved, and Raj, thank you. So yeah, now one question I want to ask, which I've asked you earlier also, because Devashish said me to say so, or he asked me to make videos. So my question is that do you want me to cover those schemes that were mentioned in the budget first, or should we go ministry wise only, which we were doing for now? All right, so see, for the next session we will have a quiz, that is for sure, but after that on Monday you will be having that. So that is all for today. On Monday you are having quiz. I'll come live. We'll have all the Q&As on this particular Ministry of Education. All the question I'll ask, all the answer you will give and not me. And after that, what you want me to cover, comment down below. We should go ministry wise, or we should cover those schemes first which were mentioned in your budget. So until then, all the very best for your examination, and thank you.